Okay. Have
Yes,
we
sir.
done this question number? Did you do this question number 5?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Only question 7 left.
Okay. Let's discuss question number 7. Now, boys, a student was given a student was given 3 solutions of vitamin C labeled X, Y, and Z. She was told that solution X had a concentration of 0.4% of vitamin C, and that solution Y had a concentration of 0.1% of vitamin C. The student was asked to estimate the concentration of vitamin C in solution Z. First, she measured 2 ml. Now, let me tell you this cubic centimeter means ml. 2 cubic centimeter of each solution into separate test tubes. Next, she added DCPIP solution to solution X tube. Now, but let me tell you that this DCPIP solution, it is actually an indicator. Now, you guys have learned about the indicators in chemistry. That indicator is a chemical that helps us to find out when a chemical reaction is complete. Do you know this, boys, or not?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is an indicator which is dark blue in color, right? Now what does she do? At first, the blue DCPIP was decolorized when it mixed with solution X. Eventually, a drop kept its blue color. You see, in the beginning, when the drop will fall into the vitamin C solution, the color will become colorless. But after some time, when a drop fell into the this you see vitamin C solution and it remained blue. Now that is the point where we have to take the reading. The student recorded how many drops she added before this happened. She repeated the DCPIP test with solution Y and Z. These are the results the student recorded. Now look here. Now this is called as a tally chart. Remember, boys, what is this? This is called as a tally chart. Now what do we do in tally chart? You see, we make 4 lines and then we cross all the 4 lines. It means total 5, right? So when you make 4 lines and cross the 5th line, so it means that it is 5. Understand? Now, then you see this is again 5, again 5, again 5, and then 2. So it means that this is 22. This is what? 5 and 1, 6. This is what? 5, 10, and 1, 11. So record the student's observation in a suitable table. So what you will do, you will make a table. Let's suppose that you made the table. In the middle, you will draw a line over here, and then you will make like this. So here you have 2 columns. Here you will write solution. It is X, Y, and Z. And here you will write number of drops. Then you will write 22. Then you will write 6, and then you will write 11. Got it, boys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, next one. Use these results to suggest the approximate vitamin C concentration of solution Z and explain your answer. Now look here, he told that X is 0.4 and Y is 0.1. And look here, Z took what? 11. It was 22 and 11 is, you see, is the half of 22. So you can write the answer in between 0.1 and 0.4. So you can write 0.2, right? So what is the approximate answer you can write? 0.2% vitamin C solution.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, in the table, one column will be for X, Y, and Z, and the other one will be for drops.
Yes.
Sir, so what are the drops of X?
22. Look here. 5, 5, 5, 5, 20. And these two, 22.
Oh, okay, like this. Okay, sir.
Understand? Look here. This you see
Yes.
4 straight lines and fifth cross line represents 5.
Okay. So, sir,
Okay.
for y, it will be 6.
Excellent. And for
Okay.
Z, it will be 11.
11. Okay, sir.
Got it? Understood now? Now,
Yes.
what is the half of 22? 11, right? So, X concentration is how much? It has told 0.4%, right? So, it means
Yes,
that
sir.
Z has a concentration half of 0.4. That will be what? 0.2. Understand? So, you will write
Yes.
the concentration of Z 0.2. And explain your answer. You will tell that it took 22 drops for the, you see, of the DCPIP for the, you see, this X solution, and it take 11 drops for the Z, which is half of X. So that is why we took the 0.2% as the half of 0.4%. Right, boys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, boys. Now, Muhammad Abdurrahman, you have raised your hand. You have a question?
No, sir, by mistake.
Okay, boys. Now we are going to start the new chapter. Now, boys, the name of the new chapter is Transport in Animals. Right, boys? The name of the
Yes.
new chapter
Sir, which
is,
page?
I don't know the page number, but this is the chapter number, I think so, 9.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I got it.
Okay. Okay, boys. This chapter is very, very interesting. So please start paying attention. That when we talk about animals, boys, animals are the most complex organisms in the world. So animals, they are the most complex organisms. The question is, how animals are most complex? Answer is very simple. They have cells which join together to make tissues. Tissues join together to make organs. Organs join together to make organ systems. And organ systems join together to make an organism. Right? So these are the most complex. Now, as they are the most complex, so every cell of the body requires nutrients. One thing, every cell of the body also requires what? Oxygen. Another thing, that every cell of the body needs to get rid of metabolic waste and carbon dioxide as well. Now, for transporting of nutrients and oxygen to the cells, and for transporting of metabolic waste and carbon dioxide from the cells, it is called, it requires a transport system. Now, the transport system of, let's take the example of humans and a city. They resemble with each other. Now, in this city, they have roads for the transport of materials. What do a human body has equivalent to the roads, boys? Who will tell me?
Legs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
Vessels.
Veins.
Yes. Blood vessels. So inside our body, there is network of blood vessels. That is the network of roads inside our body. Interesting, boys. Next, that in the city, there are cars, trucks, buses for the transport of materials. In our body, we have blood, and especially in the blood, we have blood plasma, and we have red blood cells, right? So it
WBCs
means
as well.
that, sorry,
Sir, white blood cells as well.
yes, but they do not carry something, okay?
Yes.
So, boys, so our body system is, you see, our transport system is equivalent to the to a city's transport system. Now, boys, now we are going to talk about animals' transport system. First of all, boys, I am going to talk to you and teach you about single circuit heart. Now, first of all, the question is, what is a single circuit heart? What is a single circuit heart? Now, boys, a heart, you see, which pumps blood in one direction.
Sir, there is no separate passage passage for the oxygenated and deoxygenated blood.
Wait, sir, I just started it, okay? I'm going to explain it to you. Now, here I have a question. Sir Mushtaq have taught you the first chapter. Who will tell me how many chambers are present in fish heart?
Sir, 3 chambers.
Three.
Three chambers.
Two chambers. Okay, boys. You have forgotten that fish has two chambers in its heart.
Sir?
Now, boys, look here. This is a fish heart. This over here, this is the atrium, and this is ventricle. So there is one atrium and there is one ventricle. This blood vessel over here is called as aorta, and this blood vessel over here is called as vena cava. Now, boys, what happens? The blood from the atrium is pumped into the ventricle. Then the ventricle contracts and blood is pumped out of the ventricle into the aorta. Then this aorta, it takes blood to the whole body. Then you see, then from the aorta, blood goes to the whole body. Let me write over here that blood goes to whole body. Now in the whole body, the blood, it will give oxygen, it will give nutrients, and then what it will do, it will get back the waste material. Then this blood, it will move towards the gills. Now in the gills, the blood will lose carbon dioxide and gain oxygen. And again become oxygenated, and this blood will go back into the heart through vena cava. So boys, as you guys see over here, that this blood is moving in one direction, right? So that is why this is called as single circuit heart, because heart is pumping the blood in one direction. Did you guys understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
So
sir.
the atrium contracts and pumps the blood to the ventricle. Ventricle pumps the blood to the whole body. Then from the whole body, the blood then goes into the gills. Then blood lose carbon dioxide, gain oxygen, and then blood goes back into the heart. Understand? So this is how the blood is circulated in the body of a fish. And as the blood is moving in single direction, one direction, so that is why it is called a single circuit heart. Now boys, next we are going to discuss that there are other organisms, like there are amphibians, there are reptiles, there are birds, and there are mammals. Now boys, who will tell me how many chambers of the heart are in amphibians?
Sir, 3.
Yes. Amphibians, they have three chambers of the heart. How many chambers are present in reptiles, boys?
Sir, also 3.
No. In the reptiles, we say that they have partially four-chambered heart. What do we say?
Crocodile also has 4, right?
Yes, I told you, right? The crocodile has completely four chamber, but that is just one exception. Reptiles, they have partially four. Partially, now let me write over here that amphibians, they have three chambers. Amphibians have three chambers. Reptiles have partially four chambers. Birds, yes, boys. How many chambers are there in the birds?
4.
4.
4, sir.
4. 5.
Four. Four chambers of the heart, boys. And how many chambers are present in mammals?
4.
4.
Also four chambers. Now boys, interestingly, all these four hearts, they are double circuit hearts. Now question is, why are they called as double circuit heart? Because they pump the blood into two different directions. Because the blood is pumped into different directions. Now boys, today we are going to learn quickly how to draw a heart diagram. Okay, now we do not have enough time that we will not be able to finish labeling of it, but today I'm going to teach you how to draw the heart diagram, and you guys will draw this at home. Okay, and then you guys will show me as well. Now boys, look here how to draw. First of all, what you do, that you draw a circle, then you draw another circle with it. Next step, what you do, you draw a V over here. Okay, then what do you do, that you rub from here. Then you rub from here, you rub from here, and you rub from here and here. Next step, what do you do, that you draw a line down here like this, and a line down over here. Okay, now next step, you draw a parallel line. And like this. Okay boys, can you guys see that it is taking the shape of the heart, right?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
sorry.
So sorry.
Okay. The next step, what do? You draw this. And then over here, you draw this. And over here, you draw these blood vessels like this. Okay, boys. Now, next step, you draw a zigzag line, come down, go up, come down, and like this. Now, boys, next step, what do? That you draw. Now you see we are going to draw the blood vessel from here. For that purpose, what you will do, you will draw a line like this. Then you will draw the second line parallel to the first one. Now this blood vessel, it goes from the back of the heart and comes down over here like this. Now what you will do, you will rub from three places, 1, 2, and 3. And at these three places, you will draw these blood vessels. Then what we are going to do, we are going to draw another blood vessel. Let me use some, not too much of the option. So let's just use the black color again. So what you do is that you start a line from here and you go up. Second line should be parallel to the first one, but when you go up, you bifurcate, you move away, and then you draw this like this. Right, boys, can you guys see that the heart diagram is now complete?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, boys, we are going to label this diagram. Now, remember one thing, that whenever we label a diagram of the human body parts, we always label it according to its original position. We always label it according to its original position. Now, boys, this is called as right atrium. And this one over here is the left atrium. Then this over here is the right ventricle. And this over here is the left ventricle. So these are the four chambers of the heart. Then boys, this blood vessel over here, this is called as inferior vena cava. This is the blood vessel that is bringing the deoxygenated blood from the lower parts of the body. This is the blood vessel that is bringing the deoxygenated blood from the lower parts of the body. Then this blood vessel over here, this is called as superior vena cava. Now boys, this superior vena cava is bringing the deoxygenated blood from the upper parts of the body. Now the inferior vena cava is bringing the blood from the legs, see abdomen and lower part of the chest, and superior vena cava is bringing the blood from the head, neck, both shoulders, both arms, and upper part of the chest. Now this blood will be deoxygenated blood. Then boys, what happens? That this right atrium, it will contract, and blood, it will go from the right atrium into right ventricle. So boys, what will happen? That this deoxygenated blood is now in the right ventricle. Then what will happen? That this right ventricle will contract, and this deoxygenated blood, it will enter into this blood vessel, which goes up and divides into two. Now this blood vessel, it is called as pulmonary trunk. This pulmonary trunk, when it goes up, it divides to form two blood vessels. This one is called as left pulmonary artery, and this takes the blood to the left lung. Just remember that this is deoxygenated blood. So what will happen that in the left lung, this blood will become oxygenated, and this oxygenated blood, it will come from the left lung into the left atrium, passing through these two blood vessels, which are called as pulmonary vein. Now, boys, yes.
Sir, I want to ask that in this left lung, how will the deoxygenated blood will be oxygenated?
Yes, that is the last chapter of the second term. Breathing and respiration. We will learn in that.
Okay.
Inshallah. Okay. Right
Yes.
now in this chapter, we are only learning about the transport. Okay. So boys, from here, inshallah, we'll continue in the next class. All right. I'm
Yes,
sharing
sir.
this lecture with you guys in the OneNote. Okay. Now, please try to draw this diagram at home.
So I've drawn the diagram. I'm gonna just finish it perfectly and then send it to.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
boys. Allah Hafiz.
Allah
Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz, sir.
sir.
Allah Hafiz.